Good morning, my beautiful followers. How is everyone doing today? I beat earlier than I usually do and spent some time outside just really feeling the breeze and watching the sun come up. It was really quite peaceful, and it was just a nice morning, and sitting and just doing my morning reflections. And I was thinking over the last few days and the people in my life, and I had this moment of doing a more intense gratitude practice than I usually do. In the mornings, I always do a gratitude practice. It is just my staple to wake up and just spend my first few moments really in a space of gratitude for the life I have been given, all the blessings in my world. But this morning, as I was doing my morning journaling, I just spent a couple minutes going crazy on it, really just spending time just writing it all out. And I was thinking about gratitude, and then yesterday kind of out of the blue, in truth, all of a sudden I was like, I need to tell my man how important he is to me. And so I did an intimacy share, which is just for us, but I did this acknowledgement and gratitude, and just really noting his amazing points that when you get caught up in our daily lives, I maybe don't always tell him. And so I just had this moment of really this heartfelt gratitude towards him yesterday, and just a need to acknowledge. And so I was sitting there, my makeup is running. But this morning I was sitting there and I was doing my gratitudes, and I was just thinking over our need, and the heart of our lives is in our gratitude towards the life we are living, and then others. And I'm looking around the world right now, and I know I do so much on sex and relationships, but I really am looking at the world right now and in our lives in general, because our sex really mirrors our life, and our life mirrors our sex. So it all really is one. I am, at the end of the day, a Tantric Practitioner, which is a weaving together of all of our energies, all of the parts of our lives. And so I'm looking around and I'm watching our political front. I'm watching how families are being torn apart by COVID. I'm watching just so much anger and just negative energy, not passion, because passion is different, but true negative energy. And I think this year there's a lack of gratitude. There's a lack of acknowledging such beauty that we do have in our world right now. The beauty that is happening all around us. Not that we need to ignore some of the things going on and the severe problems. I'm sorry, but child trafficking, not okay. Not something we want to ignore. Not something that we want to throw underneath a blanket and be like, I just don't want to see it. But we still can be in gratitude for the things that are present in our lives while we're acknowledging the things that we want to improve and we want to see different in our world. But if we come at the things we want to see different from this negative energy, this lack of gratitude, this lack of acknowledging the good in our world, we are just going to increase the negative energy. We're not going to get what we desire. And we're going to start cutting people off in our lives. I believe in consistently in a relationship, it is so important that we acknowledge our partners, we acknowledge our family, we acknowledge our friends, we acknowledge those people in our world that truly are there for us, that are doing the little things. And the truth is, gratitude and acknowledgement of the gratitude to people in our world is so important at the heart of relationship, because otherwise resentment builds. Otherwise we start to look at the other person and we forget all the little things they might do for us throughout the day. So it might be that your man wakes up every morning and brings you a cup of coffee. but you've gotten so used to it. It's become rote that you're like, every morning he wakes up and he gets me coffee. So I stopped saying thank you. I stopped acknowledging, like, hey, babe, it's really awesome. Like, I love you. I love how you do that for me. I love that you take that extra step for me in the morning. If you have a friend that is always checking on you, or always like touching base, or even just making you laugh, going, hey, I just want to acknowledge, I just want to tell you, I'm so grateful that you always pick up my spirits, that you're always there supporting me, that, you know, you're always there for a laugh or just for a good cry. You're there to hold space for me. If you, even at work, if you have somebody at work that you're like, you know, that person just makes work so much better, stopping and slowing the fuck down and really taking a second to go, you know, that matters to me. Even the hard things in our world, take it out of relationship, even the hard things, the things that we don't necessarily want to be doing, they all have a beauty, and they're there for a reason. They're there potentially for a lesson. They're there for our learning and our expansion and our growth. Even the hard things. And this one, people really struggle to hold. This one is definitely one of those that people struggle right now to hold, because I know, like, I'll talk with somebody, and a while back I wrote an article. It's an awesome article, by the way, but it's an article on, like, I asked for my sexual trauma, and the whole article is on a couple, not even all, but a couple of the sexual traumas I faced at one point in my life, and rapes, child abuse, all that kind of stuff, all that ickiness. But there came a point in my world where I had to find gratitude for those experiences. I had to find a sliver of gratitude and acknowledge that that's what made me me. That is what has given me some of my path. That is what has made me a stronger person. That is also what has made me a super compassionate person, and somebody who is highly sensitive and highly attuned to others. And I look at that time, which is something that people will be like, how do you have gratitude for your sexual trauma? You shouldn't have gratitude for your sexual trauma. And I'm like, no, I do. Do I want to do any of that again? No, I don't. It's like, it wasn't a pleasant experience, but I can have gratitude for that experience. And I share that because I think there's a lot of negativity going on in the world right now with COVID and child trafficking and the political situation as it is. I think there is some beautiful lessons. And I know a lot of people are struggling financially right now. And I think there is gratitude in even those things. But it requires us to slow down in our relationships and in our life. Slow down, take a deep breath, and recognize the gratitude and acknowledge where it could be helping you, helping serve you, helping grow you. And then with those that we love, to not take their love for granted, to not take their help for granted. I know a couple months ago when all this started, there was a lot of like positive acknowledgement. But even with my clients right now, I'm seeing a lot of frustration start to build in relationships, because maybe you've been with your family longer than you've wanted. Maybe, things aren't going as smoothly now. Now financial worries are really starting to press down on us. If you aren't back at work, or, manifesting the life you want, or maybe you're not traveling like you desired, which there's ways to travel. Believe me, I've traveled more this year, and I have more plans to travel this year than probably the year prior. So there's ways to travel still, and have fun and be in joy. So I see this lack of gratitude, this lack of acknowledging, this lack of slowing down. And so it is in this slowing down process that we really can find the acknowledgement for somebody else. I think it is important at least once a day to really take a few minutes of conscious quiet, like be very, very conscious and think of your gratitudes, and don't stick to the same old. It is one of my fucking pet peeves. Yep, there goes the F-bomb. Would not be an Addison Unleashed without an F-bomb. It is one of my pet peeves when I give people gratitude homework and they come back with their week full of gratitude and it's the same thing over and over again. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my job. Blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Go deeper. Connect more. You can be grateful for your family. You can be grateful for your house. You can be grateful for your career. All of that. But is that really all you're grateful for in your life? What are you grateful for about your house? What are you grateful for about your family? Get some feeling involved in it. Think about even just the 5 closest people to you in your life. And I want you to slow down today and really think, what am I grateful for in this relationship? What do I find special? What do I find meaningful? And I want you to go to those people and I want you to share with them your gratitude. I want you to acknowledge, not just share your gratitude, but truly acknowledge the little moments. So if your woman comes home today and gives you a good hug and a big kiss, like, hey babe, I love you, how was your day? I want you to acknowledge that moment. Be like, I love when you come home, maybe from your busy day or you're being with the kids all day or whatever your situation is. And I love when you come home and just give me a hug and a kiss and you take a moment for me. Acknowledging that moment. Acknowledging the coffee. Acknowledging the text that somebody sends you. Acknowledging the help that somebody gives you every single day and it's become kind of normal. Just acknowledging and being grateful for someone's presence in your life. Because this really is at the heart of relationships. I watch relationships I do coaching with couples all the time, and oftentimes there is a lack of gratitude. There's a lack of acknowledging. Sometimes someone's like, no, I'm really grateful for that person, but there's no acknowledgement. So that other person isn't getting the message. That other person is not getting the message. And so this builds resentment. And it does build a disconnect in the relationship. You can build such a beautiful, strong relationship if you just take the time to slow your ass down, get out of your own head, because oftentimes it's not from a lack of really caring. It's from our busy lives, and we're so self-centered, and I don't mean self-centered in negative, but we're centered on self. We are focused on self, which is not a bad thing, but we forget to slow down and acknowledge others and look outside of ourselves. So, look outside of yourself today. If you want to thrive, manifest, pull everything that you've ever desired into your life, if you want to build a stronger relationship, then start getting grateful. Start acknowledging the little moments. Start sharing your love with those around you. Start sharing that gratitude and love for yourself and for spirit, not just even in relationships. So that's my message. Get grateful and get acknowledging. So anything else? I have a Aphrodite circle coming up. That's in the Plano area. It's a free event for you ladies, so you can check that out. It's my women's group. We talk about all things feminine, our sexuality, our sensuality, our lives, our manifestations, our goals, our dreams. It has been on hold for the last few months because of COVID, but we are back. We are back live, and that is happening September 3rd. I also have my Tantric Integration Pujas happening, I believe September 8th, and then just so many other events pop in here and there. So go to addisonbell.net/events and you can find all of that. Other than that, I'm still taking one-on-one clients, so fill out that application if you desire a better life. If you want to recover your life, recover the energy, the beauty, the joy of your life. If you want to reawaken your sex and reawaken your life, then reach out to me at addisonbell.net. And other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.